Anything on here? Oh, the plate! The plate! He burnt his hand on the hot steak coming out. Good morning, this is Calamity calling, and I'm gonna jump straight into the trial of the lady who won't speak English. No, wait, hang on. Who will only speak English, and therein lie our problem. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. Confirmed, we have a thing that says he was lunching at 2. The professor was unable to eat, again, confirmed because dentistry, so I ordered for myself only a beefsteak. No, also wine. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor and they got into a fierce argument. That is false. Then not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. Have I got any Okay, I feel like that statement is quite important, but I can't think of any specific evidence I have to, like push against that statement. But I think there's something in that one, because if I shot her right in front of my, other way around, surely there'd be some like blood or something. And why did neither of the other two say that I did that? I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. So she's maintaining that you got into an argument with the professor, at the end of which you shot him. Which is an out-and-out, totally unfounded lie. Still, her statement is very compelling. After all, she's an elegant, refined, young, and beautiful gentlewoman from Great Britain. In stark contrast to you, dressed from head to toe in a dull black skull uniform. We're wearing the same uniform, dude. That's a cell 5. I'm dressed in the exact same way you are, except for the flapping red ribbons. Well, anyway, this is our only chance to expose the testimony as the fiction that it is. If we can't do that, the trial's over. Even you with your thick skin must be able to feel the murderous looks you're getting from around the room. Only too well. I feel half dead already. And the fact that I can't see a single inconsistency in a testimony is making... Oh, come on, I pointed out multiple. The first thing to do is press her on any of her statements that seem even slightly off to you. Do that, and an opening will present itself, I promise you. I need to expose the true face of this exotic foreigner that's hiding behind the mask. That's what I should be aiming for in this cross-examination. I'm happy. This is when... I feel like this is the first time... I'm going to save as well because I don't want to mess it up. I feel like this is the first time I'm, properly getting to press. So start to finish, this is supposed to be like 40 hours, but I've got a feeling it's going to take me quite a lot longer. After 2 PM, in fact. That's really quite a late lunch, isn't it?
Attention!
I'm allowed to press. You don't keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are en vogue, isn't that right? Oh, she spoke. No. A decisive English no has quite a sting to it. The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, as it seems, so it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would have lunch together. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first. Yes, which we can prove from the medical record card that was submitted as evidence earlier. That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes, that all makes perfect sense. Such a wonderful logic, what a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is. Stop being such a kiss-ass. So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next? She didn't only order a beefsteak, she ordered wine. I'm gonna press on this one.
Yes!
He was unable to eat, you say. And that was because he'd had a tooth removed at Hotter Clinic, correct? That is right. It seems so, yes. So that would mean that it was you who ate the steak pictured here, right, Miss Brett? That's right, yes. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the horror. Why? That means the defendant was in her chair, but why would the defendant be in her seat? Dear me, what a harrowing experience to have travelled to a distant land on the far side of the world and to be embroiled in such a tragic event. Have no fear, my dear lady, I shall crush the evil field that has subjected you to this terrible plight. So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all? That's right, other than some carbonated water. Just water? Yes, the professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water, so it appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each. What do you think, Ryunosuke, about the witness's last statement? Hang on, I'm saving here. I'm not messing this up. I'm not gonna do that. Back. It is meaningful. That last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case. Well, well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is this profound bearing, There's only one bottle of water on the table, and I thought that was why. The defence calls for the witness' last statement to be formally added to the testimony. Well sidestepped, counsel. Very well. Miss Brett, kindly repeat what you have just said for it to be added to your official testimony. Gladly. She did not say anything. That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm going to remember that one. Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. I hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryusuke. I know how to pronounce his name, I promise. I had a beefsteak for myself, and the professor and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water. Okay, saving again. I'm going to do that a lot in this, by the way. I'm not about to cock this up. And the perfectionist in me says I can't end this without all 5. Present. Let me have a look first. Nope. There's only one bottle there. Cheers over a glass. Then where's his glass? If this is exactly how it was...
Yes!
Where's his glass? Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. That is correct, the lady says. That's a pathetic little slap. Well, that's odd, very odd. Dear me, what's odd is the defence's inability to express itself. I mean, yeah, he's kind of on point with that one. Ryunosuke, what is it about this print that looks odd to you? Well, obviously, it's the cheers. The cheers? Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1. You're quite right, counsel. There is only 1 glass pictured here.
Attention!
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minutiae? Words. What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the case?
Objection!
Makes quite a big difference, actually. Minutiae, you say? I'm pronouncing that wrong, I know. Could it be that the detective here removed a glass from the table to try and conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something so reckless. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you going to try and tell me you can clink with only one? You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. Alright, what's she got to say? Inspector, what did the lady say? The voices will keep shifting. It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took a glass from the table. What? It was all so terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try and hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she's saying. Good gracious. No, I call bull on that one, because why wouldn't she take the glass that's on her place setting then? Why would she take the glass from his? I'm trying to see under her hat. Sorry. Oh, so she can speak English when she wants. No, wait. You know what I mean. There, as I assumed to the court before, it's of no consequence at all. Oh, please. We must remember that this student had just murdered the lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in her state of disarray? That's absurd. Oh, really? So do we take it you are not going to accuse this vulnerable young and beautiful woman of mischief? Stop! There is so much evidence and research which shows that attractive people tend to get lesser sentences for crimes than less attractive people. But this is just ridiculous, letting her get off with murder because she's well dressed. What? No, this can't be put down to mischief. I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene. Me. It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying. You want to tell me she's placing a whole load of fuss on the fact that she had nowhere she could put a gun? And Miss over here had a bag with her this whole time. A bag that could conceal a gun? You see? Yes, Your Excellency, a small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. So the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains this glass has absolutely no bearing on this case. The student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end it comes to nothing. No more pretentious accusations, you have wasted enough time already. That's important! Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed the glass. Do you think henceforth that we shall consider the matter have no bearing on the case? Counsel for the defence, are you in agreement? No! Let me check. Court record. Gun. Let me save, hang on. Because that's very important. That means she had a place on her person to hide a gun. The handbag. The lady put the glass in her handbag, you say? Wrong voice, sorry. Yes, do keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items. Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag, in which could be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. You're right. Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too. What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard? What is it with people? Stop bashing me. That's so mean. It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up a gun from the restaurant floor. And he did not fire that gun. And he didn't fire that. We can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. You can't seriously be suggesting. Inspector Hosonaga? Yes? Did you or did you not search Miss Jezaile Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? No, sir, I did not. In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. No! And she's going to say magically, oh no, I couldn't have too much of a dirty flower. Order, order, order. What is the meaning of this, Inspector? The meaning of what, Prosecutor Ayuchi? Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations. Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. Do you think so, Kazuma? Ooh, that's a proper cough noise. I feel like there should be more, like, wet sound to it. Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly you have no faith in the police. No, absolutely not. As I said, I did not search a lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was a... Why? Unnecessary in what way? I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I have completely forgot. Convenient, that. Photographic print. Oh, that's a pretty bag. This is a print of a photograph. This print is of a photograph I thought would be prudent in taking immediately. What's on his hand? As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Well, I never. As you can see right through what's inside. That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no lead. Oh, come on. Secret pockets, satin lining, all sorts. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. I should get one of those domino masks. Thank you for helping prove that, Naruhodo-san. Ah! Smack. He's dead. I want to have a look. Give me that picture. I want to investigate. There's something I'm curious about. Inspector Hosanagi will submit that print as evidence at once. Certainly, Your Excellency. Hang on! Let me investigate that. But yes, this has a glass. But what's that? Oh, I can't. I thought I could do more with that. I can't. I'm going to save again. Because... have they never heard of lining in handbags? Or maybe it doesn't have lining and I'm completely misconstruing it, but something's off here. The court has now been shown considerable evidence. As the photographic print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance, I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt on the matter, and I must make my ruling. Now, come on. The girl is going to pop in last minute and be like, no! Indeed, and there is only one logical conclusion. That the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of this crime. Life. No! Just when I thought I'd beginning to turn things around. I'm in a worse situation than I was at the start. Kazuma? I'm sorry. Ryunosuke. Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force a trial to continue. You mean this is it? I must say you put up quite a fight for a rookie student. You're wasting your time. There is no way to defeat true justice. The fact you can chew to your heart's content from the inside of your cell. This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime I didn't commit? And Kazuma. His dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma? Is there no chance now of turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest. Yes, there is! There is! There really is! There's something very important I can contest. Let me do it! Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling. No! No, no, no! I want to... He has a tattoo! This will be able to report to the British government on I'm after him. That smug little... Ryunosuke now heard it. Hang on. I have something. Wait, Your Excellency. Ryunosuke? I don't think you can rule on this case yet. It's my turn to talk. Shut up. The amateurishness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom. Yes! I know that. Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photographic print you just submitted appears to have no further significance, there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now that means if there is a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, I mean. Oh, that was a proper thud. Then ruling on the case at the time would be out of the question. There's a blatant straw crunching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. Nope, the music is building, which means I'm going to get to show the thing on his hand. Beep, 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 beep. Now let me back in. Beep. Here we go. There can be no problem with this evidence. Yes, there is. You better know what you're doing. I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the course of scrutiny. Oh, okay. Which point? 1. The handbag has a back. You can't see through it, therefore, there is the chance that something could be hid in the lining. Or, which it likely is it the bull tattoo, burn, whatever, on his hand? Ha, my thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of these rookies' desperate wheezes. Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If only I could put my finger on it. Very well. What? But be warned, if I'm unsatisfied, that is one hell of a chunky hammer. The trial will be over with immediate effect. Do I make myself clear? Scouts order. I wasn't in the Scouts, or the Cubs, or the Brownies, but you know. Sentiment remains. So, take another look at this photographic print Inspector Hosonaga submitted before. You will identify the court where this print we see the significant detail which you have alluded to. Here. Let me just get it right in frame. Yes! What's on his hand? Look at this here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. That is true. It looks almost like a burn? Like a burn from a hot metal implement, almost? Like a gun? Objection! Dear me, I was pondering what new piffle you would come out with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist? Clearly that has nothing to do whatsoever with the magnificent lady's handbag. Oh, yes it does! I'm saving, because no one gets to judge me for my saving, okay? I don't want to do this wrong. Because when you have to start again in this game, it takes you right back to the start, and I'm not doing that. Go on, Inspector. The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he did not note it in his report. What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea where the victim suffered this burn, do we? Let me have a look at the court record. Hang on. No, it's sort of ball-shaped. Let me have a look. Something ball-shaped. Not on the cutlery. Not on his buttons. Not on there. Anything on here? Oh, the plate! The plate! That's... He burnt his hand on the hot steak coming out. Oh, yes, there is. There is a very good way of knowing. Let me show you. The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Iuchi stands out, unless a firm connection for the case can be shown. Yes, I can show you. I can show you. I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this, but let me show you. Come on, I did the thing. I did the detective work. Let me show you. Come on, I'm proud of figuring this out. Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the Dean of the other university staff. She would like to know if she may be No, I'm not done. Get your head out of her backside, or out of her bustle. I'm not done. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway. No, he's not. What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case? To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, it's all over. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging in the hope that I might uncover something useful. Yes, you're right. I am? Why does he sound so surprised by me being right? We can just link the burn to the case. If we can do that, we might be able to prise the shutter door back open. Just give up, Counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that. Indeed. I'm afraid that without evidence I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture. But if we had evidence... Evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then you would allow it? To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. I'm saving. I know what it is, but I'm not willing for them to do me dirty because I put it in the wrong place. But as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the colour draining from Miss Brett's face. Really? I have to find some link between that burn and the case. I know what it is! This is the moment of truth. Time to find some evidence that proves what that burn really means. So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. No, it won't. The defense is going to do that in the next episode. Because it's fun to end these on a cliffhanger. Now, you'll have to join me in the next episode to see if I'm right. The bull burn is from his plate. Which means some things just don't make sense, do they now? Have a very lovely day. And most importantly of all, you do you.